Welcome to my channel. In this video is gonna be like a 4-in-1 tutorial. So first of all, you're gonna be learning how to mat a bag. You'll learn how to make a turn. Also, you're gonna be learning how to weave your line back into your beaded bag. And the last one is gonna be how to add a fishing line for like a continuous job. If this looks like what you're gonna be interested in, please stick around. And please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, like, and help share my video. So first of all, you're gonna cut a line about the size you're gonna handle. You're gonna insert 4 beads on your left line, and you're gonna crisscross with the last one, just like so. Now that we have a ring of 4, so what we're gonna be building on is the ring of 4. You have 1 bead hanging out onto the line. All you need to do is insert 1 bead on your left, another on your right, and then you're only gonna be grabbing 1, crisscrossing with that one, and you're gonna pull it all the way down. Now you have your second ring of 4. Next, you're gonna be doing the same thing. 1 bead on the left, another 1 bead on the right. You're gonna crisscross with just 1. So that's gonna be your third ring of 4. So we're gonna be making a ring of 4 and 10 places. That's 10 rings, but just because we're gonna be turning, it's gonna be different for the last ring. So make 6 more now that we have 3 already to complete 9, and come back to this video, and then we do the 10th one together. So by now, yours should be looking like something like this. So if you count the rings now, it should be 9. To make a turn, you've got to insert 3 beads now instead of 2 on your left still, and you're gonna be crisscrossing with the third one. Your line will be facing your right hand, and all you've got to do is to flip it over, turn it that way, and that's gonna be the only way that you're gonna be able to feel comfortable working and beading. So before you pass your line, you want to create the beginning of the second row. All you've got to do is you're gonna be loading the left line, not the right one. So insert 3 beads and crisscross with the last one, just like so. And that is the start of your second row. You have made a turn. So next thing you want to do is pass the line on the right end, your right line, into the very next bead. And you're gonna be having like 2 beads hanging on the wire. So now that you have 2, you already know what to do. Just grab 2 beads and crisscross with the last one. Again, you're going to be passing on to the very next bead, just like so. You'd have 2 beads hanging on the wire. All you gotta do is grab 2 beads, insert into your left line, crisscrossing with the last bead. So keep going. You're gonna repeat the same thing until you get to the second to the last ring on the line. We're gonna be turning. Do that and come back to this video. Do not pass to the last ring. Just as soon as you get to the second to the last one, come back to this video. So now to weave in your wire, because at some point it's gonna get shorter, you'd have to weave that in. All you have to do is just to grab 2 beads, insert on your left, just like so. Next, you want to pass the left line into the next bead, just like so. So instead of passing the right line, all we want to do here is we're just trying to bring the lines together, just so we can make a knot. Tie twice, just like so. So next, all you've got to do is to hide that knot. As you can see, it is quite visible, quite obvious. You don't want to end up with a rough, nasty job. All you have to do is to hide the knot. And to do that, you've got to follow the pattern at which you've been weaving. Never pass on a straight line. So it is gonna go to the next bead right up there. Again, you're gonna pull and like so. So let's do it again. That's the knot. As you can see, very nasty. Pull up and hide the knot. Okay. So next thing you want to do is to keep passing the line into the beads, just like so. Again, follow the pattern. Never pass on a straight line, else you're gonna have a nasty job, and you do not want that. So pass as long as you want, and when you're satisfied, you just gotta cut out the excess wire. Next, grab another fishing line about the size you can handle, and pass into that bead on the top, just to continue your work. So now to make a left turn, you've got to pass your line still, the right line to the next bead, and what you're going to be doing this time is going to be different, just because we're making a left turn going forward. Grab 2 beads, insert on the right line instead of your left, and crisscross with the last one, just like so. Flip it over, just like so, to get comfortable beading. So the next thing you want to do before passing in the line at all is to create the start of the new row, row 3. Still, we're gonna be making a ring of 4. We have 1 bead hanging on the wire already. So grab 3 beads and start on your left, crisscross with the last one, just like that. Next, pass to the next bead. Still, you're gonna have 2 beads on the wire. To complete the ring of 4, you gotta go, insert 2 beads on your left line and crisscross with the last one, just like that. Keep going until you get to the second to the last line, because we're gonna be making a turn. We do that together. Do that and come back to this video. Remember, turning, it's kind of like different from when you're making those rings, okay? So now you're gonna have to pass it still to the next bead, the right line, and instead of inserting your beads on the left, you gotta have to put it on the right, and you crisscross with the last one, okay? Like me, my line is already short, but I just didn't want to pass it into that and get a new one just because I wasn't ready to make any bags. So keep practicing until you become, more comfortable, more confident, and yeah. And please do not forget to like my video, subscribe, and share my video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.